So, I had a realization today, and I have to share it. And also, I just seen a scared beetle. That's raw as fuck. I have to express that. Like, that is amazing. So I heard. So when Nipsey Hussle, when he died, I sat and watched his interviews like crazy, like just to see who he was, cause like I knew of him, but I didn't know who he was. And something he said to me, no, not to me, but something he said that always stood out to me, that will forever stick out to me, was that quote about going against the grain. He said it's a risky business going against the grain, because a reasonable man adapts himself to the world, while unreasonable man adapts the world to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man. And it's like, damn, that is a mouthful, but it is so deep and real. Like, let me break it down, the whole quote. Okay, so it's like, you will never make a difference by doing the same thing everybody else is doing. You have to have crazy faith. And then it's like, to think this morning, I was scrolling on Facebook, and I heard Denzel Washington say, so he was just speaking on the difference between movement and progress. Because he said, like, you can be moving, you can be moving and not make no progress. Because, like, think about a stationary bike, you running in place. A lot of times we think that's what, like, we make movements in our life, and we think that's what we make reasonable movements. Like the reasonable man, we make reasonable movements like just in place, and we think that we're making movement. But like this quote say, all progress depends on the unreasonable man, the one who adapts the world to himself. Are you able to direct your reality? Are you able to tell people, places, things that this is where you want them, and this is how it's gonna be? And if they don't like it, they don't have to be here. They don't have to participate. But it's like, you have the power to do that with everything that's in your life, not in anybody else's life. We don't have the power to direct anyone else's life. See? Like, we don't have the power to direct anyone else's life. Yeah, maybe like a child, but a child will tell you what they want. So it's like, are you really directing their life, or are they directing their own, and you're just a hand along the way? So like, that's what we fail to realize as people. No matter who, like, we came into this world by ourselves. Even twins come into the world by themselves. They come into the world one by one. And it's like, we all come into this world as single beings, one by one. We are all helping hands. We have two hands for a reason. The left is for giving, the right is for receiving. Wait. Yeah. No. The left is for receiving, the right is for giving. Whatever the hell it is, one is for the other. But like, we have two hands for a reason. We can lend two helping hands. We can lend two helping hands, or we can give one hand and have one for ourselves, because we always got to make sure we are full and abundant. Like, we got to make sure that we giving from our overflow. And it's like, yeah, we have to be able to see a problem for what it is and recognize the ability to solve it. It is a part in evolving and growing old and growing into a different person. Like, you have to be able to solve the problem. Like, you can keep complaining about the problem, but can you sit down long enough to solve it and figure out how it can be a strength rather than a weakness? Because, like, any weakness can be turned into a strength, just like any strength can be turned into a weakness. Like, it's a thin line between everything. Like, we have to realize that everything is not just, it's literally a thin line. Like, it's some more stuff on the back of this paper. That don't mean that they not connected. Oh, see? You gotta expand your mind. Leveling up. That means leveling up your consciousness, not leveling up your body or leveling up material. It's leveling up here, using this for more than what you usually do. Oh, I'm moving too fast from the paper. Hold on. I gotta get that. So I wrote, your comfort zone is where your dreams will die, and the moment you leave is your choice to live those dreams. Let me repeat it. Let me rephrase it. So it's like your comfort zone is like you'll stay there, you'll be comfortable in your discomfort, and you'll just stay there and be in that space. And it's like a lot of people can die of a heartbreak because they're stuck in that space and they don't know how to get out. But the moment you leave is your choice to live your dreams instead of living in the dream. Instead of your comfort zone is where you live in the dream, and once you leave your comfort zone, you are living your dream. Is it your choice to live your dream? Oh, I like that. So, like, it's just like surviving. Surviving is being in your comfort zone and being complacent. And like I just said, finding comfort in your discomfort. Living is creating a space of comfort and choosing to live the life you deserve. You feel like you deserve the life of your dreams. And it's like some questions I wrote along the margins of this paper is, do you accept yourself? Because I was also watching a great YouTuber I love to just check in with once, just do an energy check-in, because my spirit recognizes her spirit. I don't know how to explain it. I heard another YouTuber say that, and that's for real. Our spirits recognize each other, and it's sometimes I don't know. I'm gonna leave that where it's at. But she said, are your beliefs and expectations in alignment with each other? Because a lot of times we be wanting these things, we want to do these things, we be in chaos because we're conflicted in our inside and on the inside. And it's is everything in alignment with each other? Do you accept yourself? Do you doubt yourself? Do you even think you're worthy of what you expecting for yourself? Do your beliefs, dreams, and expectations align with each other? Oh, that was a good one. For real. Do you have crazy faith? Do you have crazy faith in your ability to achieve anything that you want? The challenge. So I now have a challenge. Break your normal routine habits intentionally with minor adjustments. For example, I'm right-handed. I brush my teeth with my right hand. Instead, I'm gonna brush my teeth with my left hand and see how my day goes after that. This one I just thought of. Instead of making your bed, because like the traditional way of making your bed, instead of doing that, fold your covers along the side of your bed, make it look nice, and then see how your day go. I mean, I'm not saying like that's like, it sounds kind of weird, but it's different. Like when you go to your bed, you expecting something different. You're not getting that same energy. You may get a whole new different energy because you're gonna have all the wind from the day is just gonna come and cleanse. It's gonna run through your sheets. And you gonna have cold sheets. Oh my God, I love cold sheets. Like warm sheets are amazing, but have you ever just slept in a cold bed? Like when I was a kid, I used to cause the air conditioner used to be right over my bed, so I used to had the sheets. Like had a cover, like I don't know how the air conditioner run through the sheets and had a bed. Like it used to just had the top sheet puffing up and it just be super cold. And then I turn the air off and then I get in the bed and that was some of the best naps. I remember those naps from when I was a kid, man. Oh, I got something else. Eat something you always wanted but denied it to yourself. So like if you always walk back, like for instance, it's this CBD place. They make like drink cookies and just like a whole bunch of things with CBD. It's called Wake and Bakery in Chicago. If you want to try it, it's in Wicker Park, but anyway, on Division in Paulina. But I had went there one day and I'm like, I want to see what this CBD is all about. And I tried it. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not my cup of tea. I don't like that medicine taste of shit. But it ain't that bad. But it's just all about shaking it up and being aware of how your body react to things. And if you enjoy it, if you enjoy that feeling, keep mixing up, keep doing things differently and stimulating your brain, because your brain is a muscle. You have to exercise it. Like when you stay stuck in old trains of thought, it don't require new movement. It don't require any progress. It don't. Like we just talking about, like I was just saying about movement, like with Denzel Washington was just talking about, really about movement and progress. Like old trains of thoughts is like being on a stationary bike. You're not going nowhere. You're not going anywhere new type shit. Whereas new trains of thought are all about progress, and it's about progressing you to a new understanding really about what it is that is in front of you. And it's like, that's like, to bring that back to the reasonable, unreasonable man. The reasonable man, he gonna keep moving. He don't care about making progress. He wanna keep moving. Like he wanna survive. He wanna stay in survival. That's survival mode. That's that survival mode mentality. That scarcity mentality. And it's like, they want to keep, like, they got to keep going. They got to keep those, they got to keep that programming the same. They got to keep that same programming, because anything that disrupts their programming disrupts their being, and they can't have that, because then they don't know how to handle it. That's what it is. They fearful of change, whereas opposed to the unreasonable man, you already cool with uncertainty. You know not to expect anything from anyone. You already and I say this because this is so me. I'm speaking from my point, for me, because man, I know myself. And it's like you do things how you want, when you want it. And you understand, like, everybody isn't gonna be that same, on that same level as you, and you respect that. and you meet people where they are, but you make them level up to where you are. And it's like that's why all progress depends on that unreasonable man, because you're not staying stationary. You going places. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I can go through some more examples though on some of the things you can break your normal routine. Instead of buying food, cook for a change. Instead of cooking all the time, buy some food, chill, take a break get a stove a break. I got another one. Start your day with a walk. Instead of talking and scrolling on social media, the moment you wake up, the moment you open your eyes, wash your face, brush your teeth with your left hand, and brush your teeth with your left hand and just go for a walk. Like, don't do nothing else. Just go. And then you come back in and do whatever it is that you feel called to do. Like, instead of being overreactive and reacting to whatever's in front of you when you feel frustrated, angry, upset, take a deep breath instead. Instead of reacting off of your impulses, just ground yourself and react. Your energy, you would thank yourself for it afterwards than you would in the moment. In the moment, it may feel weird, because like I was just listening to a lady speak, and she was saying that through her awakening, she didn't understand what was going on, and I felt that so much, because it's like, you going through this stuff, nobody ever talks to you about it. You don't know nobody else that's doing this either, and it's like, damn. You begin to think you weird, and you begin to doubt yourself, your potential, and your ability to do things. And it's like, it begins to project a whole different reality into your life that you don't even want for real. But it's what you feeling on the inside, and it's unsettled feelings. And it's like, but that's what an awakening is. You're becoming awake. You're awakening to how all of that plays a part into your reality. You being awakened to how your mind, body, and soul connect with each other, and how being reasonable and unreasonable is. Like, I can go on about like just this topic alone, because like this is something, like, this is my awakening. Like, I don't know how long I've been awakening, because like when I go through my life, like, I don't know about anybody else, but I be in the past, I be in the present, I be in the future, I be everywhere in my fucking head. I in my fucking life. Like, right now, I remember myself being at this park when I was a kid, playing playing over there. Like, I see myself. I'm there. I'm there, but I'm also here. And it's like, that's what an awakening is, becoming aware of that, awakening this. And accepting it. My 4 points: awareness, acceptance, accountability, action. That's my 4. That's my 4 understandings on what awakening is. Becoming aware, accepting, accountability, and acting. Let me say it properly, because I didn't do that justice. Oh well. Becoming aware of what it is, how it plays a role in your life, when the five, like who, what, why, when, where, why, who, what, why, when, where, and how. Becoming aware of all of that. And then the second step is accepting it. Accepting it for what it is. And then you got your third step of holding yourself accountable. Because like you became aware of this. Now you learned to accept this. Now you need to learn to become better. So now you have to hold yourself accountable. And that's where you put actions into place to hold yourself accountable from the things you accepted that you became aware about. You get it? Okay. It's something that I'm really practicing. I'm instilling into my programming. And I'm gonna get up right now and give me my pen so I can write this down right now. Okay, so one is awareness. Who, what, why, when, where, how. And it's like those and the who, what, why, when, where, why are your triggers. You are being aware of your triggers. That's what you're becoming aware of. See, when you take a deep breath and you chant and you redirect, you see, you think different. You allow your mind to think different. Because I could have just let this be a video, just a regular video, and did it afterwards. But I'm like, how about I just let it keep recording, go get the pen and write it down right now, and just had a conversation with myself in the camera. Makes sense to me. Step 2, then you accept that reality for what it is. And then 3, you hold yourself accountable. And 4, you put actions into place to better yourself and your interactions with people. See, you don't need to go to school. Well, you do need to learn. You do need to pay attention. And you do need to be knowledgeable on what it is you're talking about. But you don't have to go get go to college or just pay all this extra knowledge to get this type of information. You just gotta go inside of here. You gotta go inside of here. And then you also have to listen, because not everything that you receive in here is yours. Remember that, because your mind will try to play tricks on you, but you know who you are. You know your voice. You know the voice that you listen to up and up. So you trust that. You trust the one that trusts you. Okay? Because the mind is so sensitive. Like, people be talking about how sensitive emotions are. But do you know how sensitive the mind is? The mind is the most sensitive muscle ever. And I can argue that with anybody. Like emotion, like yeah, you can be overly emotional, but your mind is your mind is what makes you overly emotional. Because you can just feel it and just let it and want to let it go. But your mind will have you connecting all those and putting them together just to make this pen. And that ain't point to nothing but L. How did I make this pen? Like, come on now, but your mind will do that. For real. But hey, you live, you learn. We just here to do that. We're children at heart because we have a lot to learn in this big earth. Like, we are so small. Like, to think I'm right here, right? I may be up close to the camera, but it's a whole big world behind me. I'm so small. We part of an entirely different, bigger picture. And it's like, that's living in your spirit, is realizing that like you're part of a whole. You're not everything isn't a whole. Wait, living in spirit is realizing that you are part of a bigger picture. Living in your ego is thinking that the bigger picture is a part of you. Get it? Yeah, I gotta write that. Definitely gotta write that. Living in spirit is part of a whole, part of the bigger picture. Living in ego the bigger picture is part of you. I just got a I just got this download, and I have to express this because it's something I've been feeling for a while, and it's the perfect time for me to express it. Like, I appreciate technology so much because it's like I'm here by myself. Like, I'm not by myself, but I'm alone at the moment. But and I could just have this camera right here, and I can always come back to this and appreciate this moment. Like anything, like yeah, I forgot to write some stuff down, but anything that I want to reconnect with that I just said, I have it as a reference, all because I pressed the little red button. And we have the power to do that. We can create and destroy. And I say that because like that's how we can use technology. We can create memories, or we can destroy brain cells. Keeping it real. And I really just created a memory with myself, and I'm going to post it, and I'm going to appreciate this video because it really just showed me how I can utilize this platform I'm building. And I captured this full moment on video, and I love that. I love love. Peace and love to you. Have a great rest of your day, and have it however you see it.